That's my impression of Chris Tucker.
Oh, that's good.
The new McDonald's straws are garbage.
What are they?
They're flimsier. They're like the old Taco Bell straws. I've been cracking them like crazy. I'm gonna have to donkey lip it.
Donkey lip.
If you do it the way.
We are rolling.
Donkey lip. I don't even know what's on the topics for today. I haven't looked at the thing.
Don't you worry about a goddamn thing.
Don't you worry about a thing.
Don't you worry about a thing.
Don't you worry about a thing, mama. Stevie Wonder.
That's right. Do you want to go take a couple hits off with this outside real fast?
What
You
is
guys
it?
want to roll?
Is it a doink?
No, well, because we're gonna have to take a break.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it on the break.
Let's do that.
You gonna do a doink break?
We're gonna do a doink break.
Can I get a little tiny hit off that doink?
Yeah, we're gonna doink break when it's time to doink break.
I want a doink break. I'm gonna go in one with the liquor and then one with the jujubes, which is what I call a good doink. Just got there. Do you have AI write out your shit now or something?
No, I screenshotted that from an article. Would you rather hit that now, though?
I can't hear you.
Did you just rip a bowl or was that vape?
That's just my vape.
Oh, yeah. I have a vape right here. Like,
So you're okay.
I'm fine.
I didn't want to be inconsiderate.
No. It's great for the break.
I don't know how to feel.
Welcome back to Jacob V Weekly. We want to start like we do every week by reminding you to check out Caddyshack of Hamel, Illinois. CATTYSHACKIL.org. You can also find them linked directly from my website, jacobvi.com. Guys, there's tons of content on patreon.com/Jacob V Weekly. There's a few things on there for free members. And there's lots of content there for paid members at the $1 a week tier. Shout out to our new member, Justin, this week. At the $5 tier, which technically makes him a co-executive producer with Doreen Priestley and the almighty Neil Wolf. My baby brother is back. He's also a patron. Also, if you don't want to join the membership, you can buy individual artifacts on the Patreon. There's 2 Blinded by Stereo shows, a No Antics show, and a lot of my otherwise unavailable high-quality masters of my audio content that I do musically, songs and whatnot.
Other
You can buy
artifacts.
those things one time, and they make a great gift.
Including crystal dragons and
You
brass
can get
monkeys.
I'll make you a dragon out of any kind of crystal you want.
crystalline.
No Antics has merch at noantics.bandcamp.com/merch. Blinded by Stereo has merch in a very similar place on Bandcamp.
What?
Do you have merch?
For what?
We need to get you some merch. There's no reason why you shouldn't have some merch that you're hustling. A drop ship at least.
When I start my LLC, I can make T-shirts, I guess. And if you want to buy a T-shirt to support my business,
Exactly.
that'll
People would
be-
buy those.
That'll be it.
I can sell you 2 dozen of those.
People won't even. They'll be like, "What is that?" And be like, "Oh, you wouldn't know."
We'll come up with a clever name. I'm going to work on this.
because you're not ahead of the curve.
I'm going to work on this. You're ahead of the curve. Oh, I love whatever you guys were doing here with a G minor and a D and an E flat.
born and raised.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That's like Houdini.
Well, you didn't have to say that. I have no idea.
You're the magician.
The
that
Too
did this
Deep,
thing?
the Too Deep song.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like
The bluesy one. It's in
Dua
the same key.
Lipa's Houdini.
No, I don't know her.
Yeah.
Personally,
This week on Jacob V Weekly, deny, defend, and depose. They got our boy Luigi.
yeah. Oh
He's
God, yeah.
out in that jam.
Have you not talked about that with anybody yet?
Not yet. It happened since the last episode.
Oh gosh.
We took a break for the holidays, and I've been working on. I have an EP coming out on my birthday, I think, and I've been playing a lot, and all that content is on Patreon.com/JacobV. If you're always wondering where I am, go to the Patreon because that's where I am.
I don't think it was Luigi.
I don't even care about
I
that.
don't think Luigi did it.
It's really opened up a whole debate about this class problem, and certainly as it pertains to healthcare. Today, a Michigan man allegedly stabbed the president of his company where he works in a possible copycat attack of the execution-style killing of United Healthcare CEO
This is how it
Brian
starts.
Thompson.
This is how it starts. Sorry,
Eric
I'm so
Denslow,
excited.
who runs the
That's great.
Muskegon-based Anderson Express Incorporated manufacturing company, was stabbed during a staff meeting in the firm's office on Tuesday. No, that wasn't today.
Listen, if you haven't
This just
dreamt
came out
about-
today?
If you haven't dreamt about stabbing the CEO of the company that you work for,
That's from the Fruitport Township Police Department.
you don't care enough about your job, I guess.
So that's all happening. Luigi Mangione.
Hot dude.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I called our stepfather, Precious Donald.
What's he
and-
think about it?
Well, I called him the day they caught him, and I said, just because it's about something else. I was talking to him for a minute. I said, hey, did you see they caught that guy? And he said, no way. And then I said, yeah, his name's Luigi Mangione. And Donnie says, he's a fucking Frenchman?
That's wonderful.
He said that. And I said, well, he's technically Italian, but I feel what you're saying. Speaking of Frenchmen, did you
surprised.
see that all of Canada is in chaos?
I'm surprised that he didn't tell you that you made that name up, because that just sounds like it's something you would say. Is that you made that name up?
It sounds made up.
It does sound made
He
up.
could be an AI caricature of a person. I
Luigi
haven't seen him in
Mangione.
person. I miss the good old days where you saw the body. You know what I mean?
What about Canada?
Canada's a mess today. I woke up to people screaming in Canadian Parliament that Justin Trudeau needs to resign. His financial...
Justin Trudeau, that guy that was in Beetlejuice?
No.
What's that guy's name? The boyfriend. Is that Justin Theroux?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mix those guys up all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Good. So,
You know that guy.
the...
He was in the second Charlie's Angels movie.
Right.
He was that one that was
Right.
Drew Moore's ex-boyfriend.
Right.
You know.
No, not him.
Full throttle.
What were we talking about?
Canada.
So people are asking Justin Trudeau to step down because his appointed financial person stepped down because they're in crisis right now because they think Trump is going to tariff the shit out of them.
Oh, the tariff thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
But
ahead.
apparently it's really already fucked up the Canadian economy and people are suffering, is what I've been told on TikTok today by Canadians.
Has it actually fucked up the economy yet, or is it just
I
people
haven't
are
been there.
worried that it's going to so much that it's causing like?
Well, that's
bouts
the
of
thing.
chaos?
Yeah, of course, none of Trump's stuff has gone in yet because Trump's not in yet.
Right.
But so
I don't think half that shit's gonna actually happen.
totally reasonable looking Canadians screaming in Parliament today in Canada for Justin Trudeau to step down.
All I
Which
know is gas is up 20 cents, and I'm upset about it.
here. Mm-hmm. I just got it for $2.99 the other day.
Yeah, but I got
Yeah,
it.
it was under that. Well, under
I got
that
it for
a while.
$2.79 like last week.
Well, piss.
Thank you.
So I think Trump's solution, because Trump feels like the policy is set up in a way where Canada steals $100 million a year from the U.S. in some way. Or maybe it's $100 billion. I don't know. I don't know how these numbers work. You know how Trump talks? It could be, it's probably $100 million.
It could be a bajillion. We don't
Yeah,
even.
it's just drunk uncle
They're
stuff.
stealing $1 zillion.
Yeah. You're getting better at that.
I do it a lot. I do it in my car all the time.
I stopped trying. I actually don't really think the election results thing still has fully set in yet for me, other than the healthcare thing.
I have a story here about that.
Because, I mean, to hell with Obamacare. But if you get rid of the Affordable Care Act, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
The
They're the same thing. It's just a running joke I have with my wife. It's okay. But those who get it, if you re-up just recently, I just let mine carry over because I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Anyway, insurance. Insurance.
my thing is, there's a pocket of former establishment Democrats, I guess, who were trying to start their own Stop the Steal thing, kind of we were talking about last time we were on the show, that if there was any evidence that people tried to rig the election for Trump, if that came out, the results were not subtle because he won all of the votes.
Yeah,
right.
he
The popular vote, the Electoral College, all of the swing states.
by a lot.
Kamala didn't outperform Biden in a single district. I don't think. I think that upheld. I don't.
We got Illinois.
Praise God. Thank you to the good people of
Yes.
Illinois. I talk a lot of shit
Praise be to the Illinois.
about a lot of people in Illinois. I do have a special place in my heart for Hamel, Illinois. I call it New Hamel because it's so full of life.
When's the last time
because
you've been
we've
to Hamel?
saved thousands of cats. I actually think I'm going to Hamel for dinner tomorrow.
It's a drive.
I know, but it's like an end of the year thing for the organization, and
It's like an hour drive.
I'm on the board of directors.
It's a lot. Okay.
So I don't really have an excuse not to. I got to do a
should know
little
how
bit of
far it
Christmas
was.
shopping. I may go out there.
I know how far it was till I was actually there, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean it's a trek, but what I love driving that car is the thing. When
That
you got
thing-
8 cylinders.
That thing's going to fall apart.
So my thing,
You're going to have to Fred Flintstone that bitch.
I don't
to
even
drive
have
it.
150,000 miles on that thing.
Yeah, but like.
How much do you have on there?
I think it's like 130.
The really cool part, though, about.
It only had 90 on it when I got it.
That Mercury Town car that year specifically, it was built so that stuff just starts falling off of it, and it makes it lighter, so it makes it live longer. You know,
It says to shed its weight.
yeah, it's like the Cloverfield monster. It just kind of drops off little pieces of car and just keeps moving.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
So-
great mileage for that. I'm at 150 on my car already.
Yeah. But that's a 2005.
It's a 2009. Oh, yours is 2005. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, where are the miles going?
where are the miles going?
It was my grandparents' car.
Oh, they didn't. They only. But yeah, but like in the later years, they only drove that to like doctor's appointments.
Right.
So
Yeah.
like that thing just kind of like sat ready for 15 years, maybe longer.
Sitting ready to go.
Seriously. It's like, hey, you need to go get your infusion for your rheumatoid arthritis. I'll be waiting. Other than that,
So Trump's recommendation for Canada is that they could become the 51st state.
what?
He suggested that Canada become the 51st state.
Okay, but here's the thing with that is that if you were to try to make the entire country, Canada, a state,
It's mostly uninhabited.
then their imports wouldn't matter. They wouldn't be imports anymore.
That's the thing. From a tax perspective,
So
it would
then
save them
the-
a lot of money.
So then the tariff thing wouldn't exist. For
and then they wouldn't
Canada.
need a federal government.
But then, so the tariffs that were supposed to help like revitalize our economy in some way, that would just be void.
Can you look up if a president can impose tariffs on his own? I just think it's silly that people would react to him using that word because it doesn't sound
Well,
like.
also the last time this happened was like in the stage 3 cancer stage of the Great Depression, and then it just made the Great Depression worse. Like they did the tariff thing back in like the
Yeah.
late 20s, and it made things so much worse. And I don't think anyone remembers that. I was there. I don't know if you guys were. It was fucking wild. Bread got expensive. We were importing bread at the time.
Where?
Chicago.
Oh, God. I don't much care for Chicago.
1926. Summer 1926 was rough.
That's why it was so hard.
It was a very hot summer. And all we wanted was bread for sustenance.
And yeah. And then we had to do all those dealings with Ohio.
But, you know, the canned meat game was surprisingly good because
Yeah, especially
it
then.
actually would saute itself in the can.
And they were doing better meat in the can back
Because
then.
refrigeration was down. And we imported all of our ice. And sometimes that just didn't make it.
And it was expensive.
But canned meat would come already cooked, but then also hot.
you
Because
could heat it up.
the sun was cooking it when you were
Yeah.
taking it out for home from the grocery store.
Yeah, you pop that motherfucker open and
you pop that can, that smoke just hits you in the face. That sweet, smoky, delicious flavor.
Sweet pork batter.
And there's a nice little Maillard effect on the whole outside of it because the can got hot and the can was metal. Little Maillard effect.
Yeah, you like sear it. It's got a little sear
A little
from the
sear.
rib of the can.
It really, and then you cut it open and it's pink because it's canned meat,
Oh.
and you're like, oh, this is basically like medium rare.
Oh. Yeah, like
This
a
was-
like a black
it was-
and blue
It was
spam.
pre-spam, but imagine
A deviled ham
like a blue rare spam
with a can sear on a hot sidewalk.
However, these sardine factories.
You know,
were
I was
not
talking
having a
about.
good
Do you remember
time.
the guy that would watch the parking lot at Pilgrim?
Oh yeah,
Vernon.
oh yeah, I do remember Vernon.
One time I walked out in the parking lot and he was eating Vienna sausages out of the can with his fingers.
Fuck yeah, Vernon. For the record,
He told me one
that's
time.
not that crazy.
That's not that crazy.
That's not that crazy.
He told me one time, you know, that's why I would never rob a church because my cousin robbed a church and he got run over by a truck.
No, he fell out of the truck and got run over. I
He
remember
robbed
the
a
story.
church. He fell. Okay,
He robbed a church. He like stole an AC unit from a
he
church.
stole copper out of the AC of a church.
Copper out of the AC unit of the church. He was in the back of the truck that was driving the stolen goods, fell out of the back of the truck, and then got run over. And that's why you don't steal
My
from
God.
church. That's why you don't
This is
steal
the
from
same
church.
guy that you saw fingering Vienna sausages.
No, that
to-
was his cousin.
Oh, gotcha.
His cousin's the one that got run over.
Also, hey, phrasing, fingering those Vienna sausages.
Hey, whoa.
I mean,
It's not all about that.
It's a delicate luncheon
It's
meat.
not all about that, Lucius.
Okay, back to tariffs. So there's a couple ways. So basically, Congress has the power, but they can also assign authority to the president.
Oh.
So they're
yeah,
just
you have-
confident
you have
that
all of
he could
Congress.
do that because, but that means they could make
Because I think
a good case.
I think he used
though.
that authority in
Congress
his
could
first
block
term.
him. If
They're not.
this-
They're not. Yeah,
But he's got.
we don't know.
He
I mean,
swept the whole.
I don't know why.
Caucus.
Well, when you said they have the power, immediately I stopped listening and my brain went to Boogie Nights when Mark Wahlberg does that song. You got the touch. You got the power. You remember that song he did?
I remember that
in
song.
the booth.
I didn't know that was from that movie.
John C. Reilly is like in behind the soundboard, like just being like kind of like when like a mom is like trying to
Yeah.
help their kid with their stage performance.
like super supportive.
Yeah.
Really proud.
Yeah, yeah. Well, John C. Reilly did great in that movie. I don't know why. Just the way that you said they got the power and put my brain there. And
Yeah.
Let's get back to tariffs.
So he could potentially, but we just don't know.
Well, here's the
that
thing: is I
he
remember
would.
the last time that Trump was president. I'm just going to keep pushing my face against this mic the whole time. Last time Trump was president, it kind of just felt like other people were doing stuff, and then they were just kind of setting whatever they were doing in front of him, and he would just be like, "I'm gonna sign it." So like, someone's going to do something probably, but tariffs are only going to make our economy go to shit because
Well, that's the thing is like the corporations are not going to take the L. They're going to charge us more. They're going to make sure that at the most fundamental baseline of their inputs into the economy that they're recouping their investment no matter how much more expensive it is. They're not going to let us maintain our familiar pricing.
right. No, so taxes
at their
are going to go
loss.
up on our side. Because
Not even taxes,
no one
the
else is
cost
gonna pay for
of the
tariffs.
goods because
Yeah.
we're importing
So the goods are
often
gonna cost
raw
more money.
inputs.
So then you're going to charge more money because the goods cost more money.
Yeah.
Even Costco's going to go up. I wouldn't be surprised if this leads to them changing the Costco $1.50 hot dog to $2.
I had a vision of myself.
I think that they're going to hold strong on that.
I don't know.
I feel confident. I mean, once
I'm-
that happens,
I'm
then we're
that
nowhere
worried.
fucked.
I'm that worried.
Yeah.
Because
Sure.
I was never insecure about the idea of the Costco hot dog changing price until November 5th. Then I was like, oh, well, maybe this could happen.
Yeah.
And I'm not paying $2 for a hot dog and a soda. I'm not doing it.
I don't know. I mean, if they, well, hold on. If it goes up to $2, but they eliminate the sales tax,
Who's eliminating sales tax?
don't they want to do that all the time?
No, that's not going to happen.
Good.
Because Uncle Sam's got to get that piece of the pie.
Yeah, but they get pie. I mean,
Yeah.
pie is begotten.
Pie is gotten.
Pie is begotten.
Did you know that when they get their piece of the pie, they still want more pie?
I have that whole series of books.
Oh, good.
If you give a mouse a whatever,
Right.
and if you give a moose a muffin. And that's actually, they talk about this in one of my favorite movies. We had this on VHS. We would watch it in the van, Air Force One.
Great kids movie.
He says to Glenn Close, Harrison Ford says to Glenn Close, if you give a mouse a cookie, and she says, he's gonna want a glass of milk.
Yep.
And they're talking about the Russian.
They're talking about the Russian. Gary Oldman.
Gary
It was
Oldman.
The Rushman. The Rushman.
The Rushman.
The Rushman. It was the Russian man.
was
Rushman for short.
He was the Rushman.
His
And-
name was actually Johann Rushman in that movie. Why Johann? I don't know. That's not a Russian name.
So there was a pocket of like the DNC or whatever. If you Google the guy Steven Spoonamore, you could find some of this.
You're making names up now.
No, that's what his name. But he was trying to start like a leftist stop the steal movement,
Right.
insinuating that Trump stole the election.
And then his partner Jerry Forkalittle.
yeah, Fork a little. Jerry Fork a
That's
little.
not his name.
No, but the guy's name is Steven
Spoonamore.
Spoonamore.
Sorry,
And his buddy Jerry Fork a little.
Spoonamore is an actual last name.
Spoonamore is
yeah.
real, but Forkalittle I made that
Yeah,
up.
Spoon
that's actually really
AMORE, like it sounds. But it's the New York Times kind of killed it. They kind of explained that it didn't really take off. Nobody gives a shit. And that's probably reflective of what we saw, I guess, at the polls, that there just wasn't enough momentum around the candidate to even start a conspiracy theory about the election being stolen.
I'm still laughing at Forkalittle.
Jerry Fork a little.
Jerry Forkalittle.
Jerry Fork a lot.
You know what you need to try if you are sick of McDonald's and Taco Bell and Rallies and Jack in the Box and Burger King? It's worth revisiting KFC.
Really? What about the? What
Not
about,
a sponsor.
What about all the growth hormones they give their chickens?
Who gives a fuck?
They make them so fat that they can't walk. Their legs just buckle under their weight.
But if you get it in the app, you can get a whole bunch of KFC for real cheap. They have all kinds of great stuff.
If you go through the Taco Bell app, you can get a shit ton of food for like $7.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. But I do too much Taco Bell, and I had to switch it up. And then 2 blocks the other way from my Taco Bell is my KFC, and I've been switching it up this week. Not a sponsor, I swear to God. It should be because it sounded good.
I'm just saying, last time I ate myself sick on Taco Bell before this more recent time, it was like $20, and this time it was $14.
Here's the thing, though. I
So-
did have a coupon for 50% off a 12-piece KFC original tender. I don't like the tenders.
No.
I ate them all, but they're not particularly good. I'd rather just have the chicken.
I
I'm
just
there for
kinda
the chicken
think-
and the bowls, the
I
famous
kinda
bowls.
think that I'm just going to wait on the whole chicken thing until the snack wrap comes back.
Snack Wrap is coming back in 2025.
25, which is not related to the election, but I
That-
wouldn't be surprised
that
if he took
sounds
credit.
terrific.
I wouldn't be sometime. It's good. It's a good one.
Part of how people are saying they're going to try to fix the economy is instead of starting an actual World War III, they're going to fake an alien invasion.
That's what we're gearing
with all
up
the-
for.
With all the drones in Jersey. And,
Yeah. Now, people are saying that those are our military drones. They just can't tell us why they're up there. However, like we've heard...
Did you know that drones don't usually have lights on them like that?
Yeah, we've also heard that the rumor that they were military drones sniffing out a nuclear weapon are probably untrue because the people that would be working in a skiff 24 hours a day to solve that problem are not doing so. So
Also, if you're going to be that person that tries to shoot down a drone that's like, invading your property or something like that, don't do it in New Jersey because there's too many people in New Jersey.
too many gun laws too.
Well, no, there's too many people. So, like, if you shoot a drone down, it's going to land on someone's house.
It's going to land.
It
in
might land on a
gonna-
baby.
Someone's. What's the word?
Ass. In someone's ass.
the-
Someone's abuela's kitchen window.
Abuelita.
Abuelita.
Oh, that's just abuela, but cute and little.
That's what they actually say.
Yeah, because it's my sweet little grandmother.
Sweet little
It's my
grandma, it's
abuelita.
my abuelita.
Yeah.
This
But
is my
it's
abuela.
Yeah. Oh no, because when your
my-
This is my
when your
abuela.
grandmother's
Bitch of an
big,
abuela.
when your grandmother's big and mean, then it's like, oh, it's my abuela. So, but then she's like, okay, and you're like, oh, abuelita, abuelita. She's always holding her sandal. I'll throw it at you.
You know who I'm still mad at? SZA.
For what?
She had all those homophobic tweets
Isn't
1,000 years ago.
Isn't she touring now with like Kendrick Lamar?
And I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm not gonna forget that I'm mad at her.
You know,
And she's full of shit. She's always like, "Oh, it's just so hard for me to be perceived." I'm like, "That's not even your hair, Jessica."
here's my thing: is I've actually never even listened to a SZA
I won't
song.
do it.
I've never listened to a single SZA song.
Good, we solved that.
I don't even really care that much because it's like I don't even before the whole thing that you're talking about. I didn't even know that SZA was a thing, and then everyone's like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "Who?" That's what I did.
Apparently, she's from here, but she doesn't know me, so that doesn't make any sense.
And we know a lot of people.
I know people.
We're pretty popular.
People know about me.
People know about me.
If SZA comes on the show, I'll forgive her for tweeting that she would only have a baby if she could not have a gay one.
And also, our name is so rare that, like, when you say Check, they're like, "Oh, do you know this one?" I was like, "Yeah, I know this one." What the fuck are you talking
there's no way
about?
she doesn't know me. And for her to act like she doesn't know me on top
There's
of all
a
that
good
shit
chance.
she tweeted.
There's a good chance that SZA has heard the name Check before, just in passing conversation.
She acts like she doesn't even know St. Louis.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Say who?
If she won't eat a gallon of Ted Drew's on this show, I'm not backing down.
I bet she's never even had Blue City Deli.
Oh my God, don't say it. She's probably a vegan.
I bet she's never had a disappointing experience at Hodak's.
I'm not for all this Hodak's hate.
What?
People are always like, oh, it's like old.
It's bland old white people chicken, but their fried mushrooms are amazing. What? I'm glad that my wife carries a little thing of cayenne with her everywhere she goes, so at least I put a little something on my Hodak's chicken.
Can we talk about something? Can you tell me the earliest memory you have of people explaining to you the story of Rosa Parks?
It was in grade school, so no. Maybe like 4th grade.
What do you think they told you?
I think that they told me that she got on a bus that was segregated, and then she didn't want to sit in the back of the bus, and they told her she had to move, and she said nah, and then she got arrested. And that's about all I know.
In your head at the time, how old was she?
58 years old.
Yeah, she was an older lady.
Right.
Right? Especially back in those days, 58 was old.
Old lady.
So my thing is,
She also wasn't probably 58 when that happened. It was just, she seemed older.
I learned it in elementary school. I remember my teacher telling us that Rosa Parks was an old lady who worked all day and didn't want to get up and move because she was tired.
Okay.
That is the version I heard.
However,
Originally.
I was told 3 years later in middle school, Rosa Parks was actually a younger woman. Her husband owned a car.
Yep, owned a
She
car.
was an activist. She was doing it on purpose. But people tried to whitewash it. This is where I learned the term whitewashing, by saying, "Oh, she didn't mean anything by it. She just was tired."
Right.
And then she, at the time that my elementary school teacher lied to me about that, Rosa Parks was still alive. Rosa Parks' funeral was on TV in color.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rosa Parks' funeral was on TV in color with Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton.
That's like when you find out, like, actually when the era of, like, Picasso was. It was like, oh, I thought that was like
It was
the
less than
1800s.
20 years
I
ago.
saw Salvador Dali on TikTok yesterday.
And I was just kind of like, wait a
With
minute.
his mustache, Salvador Dali was making a sculpture out of tinfoil.
That wasn't in the 1800s? What are you talking about?
I thought he wore a pirate shirt like from Seinfeld.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I posted in my neighborhood group chat on Facebook the other day? My neighborhood has like a Facebook page just for the 2 blocks I'm on, set up by a guy that doesn't live there anymore. But it's useful if you got to yell at somebody or tell somebody that whatever. Well, there are extra cars on my block now. And so the parking is kind of a problem. And so I just posted in the group the other day, these pretzels are making me thirsty. Which is from the episode of Seinfeld where George starts moving cars on Jerry's block for a living. Because in New York, you have to move your car all the time because the street sweeping and the laws and the whatnot. And Kramer comes in and he starts talking about an audition or something he had. He read for a role in something. And the line was, "These pretzels are making me thirsty." But they were taking turns saying that. So to me, in my mind, because I'm neurodivergent,
Are you?
when I think, oh, your fucking car is still in front of my house for 3 days,
Is it that truck?
what I go ahead and I say to people
Is
is,
it that truck that's always in
it's
front of your
not
house?
just that truck.
Okay, but
what
the
I go
truck's
ahead and
one
I
of them.
say is, these pretzels are making me thirsty.
And then you have to explain the reference, and it takes up a lot
I
of
don't.
time.
They knew what I meant.
Okay.
They knew what I fucking meant. These people are old and Caucasian. They watch Seinfeld.
Yeah, that's why I
fine.
saw the episode.
That-
They saw it when it happened.
debuted.
That actually upsets me, and it kind of fucks me up, because when you talk about, like, parking issues, it reminds me of when I lived in that apartment in U City like 10 years ago, and the people who lived in the apartment below us, it was a duplex. People who lived in the apartment below us had a claim over the driveway. So we had street parking, and it was me and 2 other roommates, and then there was like 3 roommates living downstairs. And so we always had to park in the street. And sometimes I would have to park a block away and just walk. I had to park like down by the high school once and walk. That was fucking horrible. And that was like 2 blocks away because shit just gets tight like that. And then when the downstairs neighbors moved out, we're like, okay, it's our time. And we had a schedule to alternate parking in the driveway. We were so excited about it. And then these college girls for Wash U moved in downstairs, and they started parking in the driveway. And one of them drove a Dodge Charger that had a big sticker on the back windshield that said in pink, Princess, with like a crown above the eye. Big. Like dangerously big. Like the Fig Newton sticker in Talladega Nights. Like huge.
Yeah.
And I got into a fight.
Sticker is
I got into a
inconvenient.
fight with one of the girls' dads because I was like, "Listen, we were here first, and the driveway's ours." And he tried to get in my face about it. And I was like, "I didn't know I was going to be in my early 20s fighting with a like 55-year-old man about who gets to park in a driveway
That's his
in University
princess's
City."
parking
It was
spot.
horse shit. And they would take my laundry out of the washer and throw it on the ground so they could wash their laundry.
That's the worst.
Anyway, you set me
They
off. when you
wouldn't
started-
put it in the dryer?
No. They were like, I would go down, I would start laundry, I'd go upstairs, I would know I have like an hour and a half, 2 hours of free time, and then I go down there, and then
The washer doesn't take that long.
There'd be wet clothes on the ground. Wet clothes, my clothes.
Nah, I'd be in your kitchen.
Anyway.
Fucking raising hell. I'd be like, call your father. This is ridiculous. Your father didn't tell you to put my laundry on the ground.
Oh yeah, we have problems. But then
This is why I never lived I never cohabitated.
I
like that.
left that place anyway. It was fine. It was whatever.
It's not fine. She's going to do that to somebody else if you don't get in her face about it.
It's not my problem now.
I would be in her kitchen and be like,
I'm
how long
just
is it going
saying
to
that
take?
your parking
I would be
situation
seated at her
triggered me.
kitchen table with my laundry, and I would say, how long is it going to take your father
You know
to
what
get
upsets
here?
me about your parking situation is that you need to fix the clicker for your wife's garage door opener because when she leaves for work, she leaves your garage open, and that's not safe.
I'd be at your former neighbor's
No, don't
kitchen table.
No, we're moved on.
And I would say, how long is it going to take your dad to get here from Chesterfield?
You know what I'm going to do? One day when I don't have to work or do anything, I'm going to go to your house, and if your garage is open, I'm going to set up in the rafters of your garage and hang out all day until your wife gets home, and I'm going to scare the shit out of her.
She'll shoot you.
I'm going to wait till after the baby.
She'll shoot you.
But I'm going to be waiting. I'm going to put plywood up there. I'm going to lay up there and make a little hangout nook. I'm going to watch TikToks until she gets home. And when she gets out of the car, I'm going to go, hey! And I'm going to scare the shit out of her. And I'm going to be like, that's why you need to close that garage door. And I'm going to leave. And that's it. Lesson learned.
Yeah, I'll get right on that for you.
That's
She's
how you-
probably not going to drive for the next 2 weeks.
I'm going to play this clip at your funeral when she shoots you.
Good.
She's going to double tap
Just so
you.
you guys know why it happened, we have it on recording. Boom.
Boom.
I don't want that to
Tune
happen.
into this episode of Jacob B. Weekly to
But
find
that's-
out why this happened.
If you want to get shot, hide in somebody's garage in South City and jump out at them when they get home. I just think if I was trying to get shot, I might start there because I'm already in that neighborhood. I don't have to
Also-
move around a bunch.
Side note, your guys'
Sidebar.
garage. Side note, just a side note. Your garage is so tiny. I didn't realize how big garages can get in South City.
Why don't you build me a garage?
No,
Phil, you could black out the back of the house.
no, you wouldn't do that.
I just don't. What am I going to do about how small my garage is?
You realize if we were to expand that garage, we'd have to get rid of that tree that you love so much.
I hate that tree.
You love that tree.
No, my neighbor liked the idea of that tree.
You were so upset when that one guy trimmed your tree.
We could also expand it in
into
the
a
other
perfect
direction.
Doorway. No, you can't. Your property line's not that far.
Yeah, take it to the fence.
Take it to the fence.
Take it to the fence.
Take it to the fence. I don't know.
Take it both
Take
ways.
it to the streets.
Or, I could do just a carport.
You could just do a carport. But then where are you going to store your lawnmower?
I don't have a lawnmower. I have a guy,
I
Doug
know.
Lombardo.
Yeah, I know. I'm just joking.
So speaking of bumper stickers, my most recent favorite one was one that said powered by bitch dust. And it's like,
Is that pink cocaine they got Diddy doing?
I think so. But it
Powered
was
by
in like
bitch
a
dust.
Disney type of font. I think it was supposed to be like maybe
Oh, a
fairy
Disney
dust.
B for bitch
What-
dust?
what is
Oh,
your-
D for dust.
What is your opinion of Disney adults?
I think that they have a really great life, and I think they love what they're doing, and I think that I could not ever do that.
Okay.
I want to go at least once to both.
Hey, you should come with us when we take Josie.
What do you think about
Yeah.
an adult that only vacations to Disneyland because there's no place more magical on earth? Than
I don't think
Disneyland?
those people have never been to Las Vegas. Those people have never smoked meth out of a light bulb.
Right.
Those people don't know the joy of Bourbon Street in New Orleans.
What do you think about a person that's well into their 30s that wants to have like a Mickey and Minnie Mouse themed wedding?
That I don't like.
Yeah, it's a little.
I don't like cartoons at the wedding. The wedding's about you. You are not a cartoon.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're all on the same page on that one. Yeah, okay.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I just.
That was like that Mongolian throat singing your grandmother loved.
No, I've met a fair share of Disney adults. more
Fuck you.
more
Stop.
recently. I thought it was funny.
You can't knock things over. If this Diet Coke spills on me, it's going to ruin my day.
Now, last time I knocked something over, I had to buy you a new camera. I've met my fair share of Disney adults in the last few years that just kind of make me go, huh? Like, it's just kind of like, how do you... Like, I'm sorry, I did an exhausting 2 weeks in Europe, and it was great.
I got a soundbite for you.
Where is this? Why is that happening?
I DJ'd a Pakistani wedding a couple weeks ago, and this was the opening prayer for dinner.
Oh.
They had a guy who is a doctor of theology or Islam or something.
I thought you were going to tell me that you were, like, just doing your librarian shit, and there was just some kid in your school blasting that music off their phone or something.
No, I DJ'd a Pakistani wedding a couple weeks ago, and Dr. Something did the opening prayer. That went on for 3 minutes.
Wow.
Live, maybe improvised. I don't know if they learned that.
What you won't see this, you won't see this in the video thing of this or whatever, but I watched the video while you're playing that in the microphone, and why are you, like, nodding in approval so much?
I'm the only white guy in the room.
You're doing that like during, like, the preacher's sermon while you're at the organ, like, you're doing like that, like.
That's exactly what I was doing. Everyone was looking at him. He was using my microphone. He was standing right next to me.
So you're just like, he said
Look,
it. Whatever
and
he's
it keeps
saying, he's
going.
saying it.
And it's in
He said it.
Arabic or something. And I don't speak that. So I have no idea when it's wrapping up. I have no idea what's going on, what's being covered.
And so every once in a while you're like,
I believe Arabic, and it's sung.
he comes in, he grabs my
No, it's not written
Bars.
anywhere. It's not written anywhere.
bars.
He's holding my microphone, and he's holding his other hand up like this, and he's just singing this beautifully, raising praise to Almighty Allah, I guess. But I don't know when it's going to end. And everyone's looking at him, and he's standing right next to me, so I just got to go, oh, yes. Amen.
Amen.
I didn't say anything, but that's the vibe I'm sending out.
I just imagine all that happening, and then someone hears just like a tink, 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 and it's you like tapping out your one hitter on the side of something, like you used to do in your car window.
My baddie.
Yeah, your baddie.
I got my baddie on.
Oh,
Sorry, are we done?
You'd be on the
thought you were
phone with
done,
them and be like,
sorry.
what are you doing? You're like, I'm just clearing out my baddie on
missed-
your car window?
Yeah, I missed the next part because he went out into the lobby with just men only and did an additional pre-dinner prayer with them.
Oh,
I didn't feel welcome to that one, so I didn't go. But it was a good time. It was a lovely wedding. Oh my God, breathtaking.
And this was right before they ate.
Yeah,
what you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Every
prayers
single
before.
morsel of
the
that food
food
was
was
blessed.
good too. The food was holier
every
than
single
shit.
grain of couscous was
Honey, it was really good. There was a
rich with Allah.
all the food was really good. I didn't know the names of any of it. It was absolutely lovely, and it was a lot of elders from Pakistan were there. It was a beautiful place. It was a good time.
Wild.
And then, so I've done a couple gigs like since then with my Bollywood playlist that they gave me for that wedding, that the couple made or requested for that wedding they gave me, and it's downloaded on all my devices because that was so recently. So if I just need to cut to music for something real quick, it's like the quickest thing. So I've been just my Spotify Wrapped, if it covered December, would have a lot of Bollywood in it for no reason. Some of the music's beautiful though, and because if you don't speak those languages, it could be really relaxing because you're not like distracted or caught up in the language. You're just appreciating the music and the vibe in a way that is great. One of my wife's favorite bands is a Russian like electronic like witch house core.
Oh yeah, what are they called?
Ice Peak,
Ice Peak. I remember.
and they're great, and it's all in Russian. So I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but it's a vibe.
I can't post my Spotify raps anymore because it's so fucked up from my day to day. Because like my gym playlist and then my work playlist and then like whatever else playlist is just so weird. So it's like this year is like my favorite top played song was Wichita Lineman by Glenn Campbell.
Oh, that's a great one.
But then also like my favorites included like Chapel Roan and then Suicide Boys, and I'm like, what's happening to my life?
It's normal.
It's all based on like different playlists that are formed for me that I'm just trying out, and it was just kind of like, I mean, yeah, that song's really helpful at the gym, but I don't want people to know that that's the thing that I've listened to.
Pink Pony Club has got to be your in the car.
It's in there.
Singing song.
I listened to it today.
I would love
like
to see
twice.
you just like full-hearted emotion sing.
I actually
Pony
listened
Club in
to
your
half. I listened to half of Pink Pony Club, and then he FaceTimed me.
Yeah, that's my favorite
so
one.
long that I forgot that I was listening to Pink Pony Club, and then it came on again, and then I just picked up right where it left off, and I was like, "That was crazy."
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's
The,
so
the
crazy.
vibes lasted so long.
That's so
But
crazy.
it's like it's weird being like, hey, yeah, so you like Chapel Roan and Glenn Campbell, and then it's like, and then you like Young Martyr, but you also like John Prine. I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
What's going on in my life? I don't know what I can do anymore. I can't post my raps on the Instagram stories. I can't do it.
Joe Exotic is upset because Joe pardoned Hunter.
And not him.
And that's exactly how Joe Exotic said it.
And not me.
And not
Not
me.
me. He pardons
You
his own
gotta be
son.
shitting
Done
me.
me.
This is bullshit. That was his exact quote.
I will never recover from this.
I will never financially recover from this.
Wait, so Biden, Hunter Biden, got pardoned of whatever.
Smoking crack and not paying taxes.
All the
holding
stuff.
a gun to a hooker's head
That's
on
the
film
one. That
in the
one.
Ukraine, covered in oil.
Covered in oil.
Wait. Is this factual? I actually don't genuinely know what Hunter got.
It's a double helix of the truth and some of the maybe hyperbole that was thrown out in the
Gotcha.
in the course of Matt Gaetz in his short term for
I love a hyperbole.
where he was waiting to be appointed as of whatever was he apparently bought or found or collected the mirrored hard drive of the laptop that was from the Hunter Biden case, but then Joe pardoned him and actually people are saying that the pardon power, this is the time when you use it, and people
Yeah.
are wondering if he can pardon
When
people for
you're-
things they haven't been charged of yet, which I don't think is legal.
No, I don't think that's legal. You got to do it after the fact.
Like you can be pardoned for something you've been charged with.
Right. Like, I think it's like after the indictment or the conviction, then you could be
I
pardoned.
think it has to be the conviction. That's why some people were trying to.
I mean, isn't Trump going to pardon himself of like all the shit?
That's the thing. I don't even know if you can do that.
I think he can.
If I was making the rules, I would say that's probably not a good idea to let people pardon
here's
themselves.
The thing, is all you got to do is if you're a criminal and a sexual predator and all kinds of other things, all you got to do is become president, and then all that just goes away. That's it. And if there's no better like inspiration for somebody than just be like, you know what you got to do? You got to pull yourself up and you got to become president if you want to make these crimes disappear. And then we'll just see what happens.
That would be funny if they put you in jail and said, "Listen, if you want out of jail, run for president."
For president, do it.
I think. I don't think
Social
Trump's going to
media.
get Joe Exotic out. I think Joe
Social
Exotic's
media
crimes
is-
were pretty clear.
Social media is accessible in prison. That's all I'm saying. You can probably put together a decent campaign from behind bars if you try.
Yeah, you got to get the respect first.
What all did it's been
streets.
it's been so long now. What all did Joe Exotic go away for again?
Well, he got caught hiring that guy to go kill Carol Baskin, but the guy took his money and went and smoked crack for 4 days at a hotel.
Love it, live it,
It was $3,000.
breathe it. And so that's what he's still in jail for. I thought he died.
well,
why did I think that Joe Exotic
A
died?
lot of the people associated with him are dead now.
Why did I think he died? Why did I think he died of something?
Well, because they arrested Doc Antle, the guy that had all the women working for free.
Doc Antle was a piece of shit.
And that was pretty clear. They busted
yeah.
that up. And then did one of the guys that Is that guy that bought the place that wore the Fox Racing jacket all the time? Is he still alive?
Oh.
They sold it though. I think they got out. They shot a reality show there and then sold
And then
it.
booked? Why not?
I don't even know if he's still with that girl. They
I just
weren't
wanna
married. They
know-
were living in sin.
Who's taking all the spoiled food from the Walmart dumpsters now that all that's gone?
Maybe it goes to the fucking landfill where it belongs. But I know a priest over here that'll take it to a homeless shelter for you.
Do ya?
Yeah, I probably should have been a priest.
You say that a lot.
I'm just, in a different time.
You know, you say that a lot, but also thinking about our family, not one side or the other, but just thinking about how we grew up and the support system that we had, I feel like you would have gotten roasted for being a priest more than anything else.
Yeah, but we were trauma bonding because we were living in a fallen empire.
Well, I always talk with our family about this. I talk to our Aunt Claire about it a lot, and I talk to Mom about it
About me
sometimes.
being a priest?
No, about how, like, everyone's so sweet and loving and caring, but we're also bullies to the bone. And it's just kind of like, but people don't get that. People are so sensitive, and we wonder why people are so sensitive. It's like we got a loving, nurturing environment growing up,
That's the
but
thing.
also we got roasted every
But you
day.
can roast people that you love and that love you.
Every day. And that's the fun part about it.
But that's the thing. You can't, if you don't have actual genuine love and connection and trust in your life, you can't make fun of people.
Yeah, if you're being quiet at the dinner table, I'm sorry, your family doesn't.
You're the
have something.
problem.
Yeah, your family doesn't have what we got.
That's why people go out here and shoot people.
If there's like just the clinking of silverware and no one's laughing at somebody at the table, then your family's got a problem. And you may think, oh no, it's peaceful, it's normal. It's like no, because all the gears are spinning in the heads.
Well, and what it's supposed to be
It's the silence.
is that the
Yeah.
people.
Silence, it hurts.
And what's supposed to happen, you bastards, you degenerates, you aging narcissists, is that it's supposed to be you and your spouse and your children at the dinner table having fun, at least occasionally.
Yeah.
What was dinner like at your house?
I mean, we would roast each other for sure.
Okay,
yeah,
but what
you
did
gotta.
But were there times where there were a lot of you eating together at the same time?
Yeah, we were growing up for sure.
Like,
Yeah.
so it's your two parents.
Yeah, two parents and older brother, younger sister.
You have an older brother. How much older?
2 years,
And how much younger is the sister?
4 years.
So when she's
That's
like,
a good range.
yeah, that's a nice range. So when she's like 5,
Yeah.
what's dinner like?
Probably trying to get her to eat. Maybe she was kind of like we called her like the bird. You just kind of
She didn't want to eat a lot.
Her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she didn't want to poop.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's why they
Oh,
get.
maybe.
We
I
talked
don't
about
know,
this
but
earlier
yeah.
today. Shitting is a chore.
I hate it. I'm so tired of
Yeah.
shitting. But if
You know
old
what?
people will do this too. If shitting becomes a real messy problem for them, they'll try not to eat. So they
Yeah.
shit less.
I have one really distinct memory of my dad just saying like, "Hey, did you guys know what a California hello is?" And then he like stuck his middle finger up and he's like, "This is a California hello."
Oh, I thought that's when you blow weed smoke in
And
someone's face.
yeah,
No,
I
you're
hear my
thinking
mom
of when they
saying-
blow crack dust in your face in Skid Row, and that's how you make crackheads.
That's the new age California.
That's how they,
hello.
yeah. The California hello is when an illegal immigrant comes out from the corner and blows crack dust in your face, and then you become one of them.
Yeah.
It's like when you get turned by a vampire and you just thought you were out having a good evening with your friends.
No, it's that the population is low. And
Also, a lot of my dad.
We got to
farting.
up our numbers.
A lot of my dad farting on like wood chairs. So like
Oh.
really a lot of reverb there.
yeah, we had some of that.
There was a vivid one in my head, and it had to be in the brief period that my parents were remarried, where my dad's shirtless at the dinner table, and my mom is popping his back knee, and he's going like, because she's really trying to get all of them, and he's letting out farts on this wood chair that's just kind of like. Farts, and we're just like trying to eat our food as fast as possible so he won't take our plate and eat our food for us.
And then so we can get back to the Nintendo 64.
So we can go upstairs
Yeah.
to our dungeon, or what shouldn't be a dungeon.
So
but
we can listen to him try out duck calls and new shotguns he got in the mail. He'd call people on his
nice.
Nextel. He'd go, chirp, chirp, listen to this.
Yep.
Because he
And
was
then
the
he-
Ducks Unlimited Gold member.
Right. And so then we would be playing N64, and then it would get quiet, which means he left. And it was like, whoa, what did he leave for? You don't know.
Yeah, the house would get it would. Yeah, he has a.
It's worse now because now he lives in the country and he can literally just go out his back door and fire a shotgun into the woods.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I've watched him do it. He'll literally be like, "Oh, thank you so much for cleaning this for me and bringing it back to me. You're such a good friend." And then he'll be like, turn around and we're just chatting for a minute, and it's just like, like right behind you, and he just fires one into the trees. And I'm like, did he have a shell in his pocket? I don't understand.
He did.
He wasn't gone long
He
enough
did.
to go get ammunition. He knew it was coming.
He's like a
He was
squirrel
waiting.
with those shotgun shells. He'll hide them anywhere.
Yeah. Let me lift this log. Oh, thank goodness I left
When
this.
he goes to Jesus, we're going to find shotgun shells in every nook and cranny and every one of his
I really want
properties.
to take this wall down between the dining room and the living room. I just really want to make it more of an open plan situation. And you take this wall down and it's just full of shotgun shells.
He's squirreling them away.
Yeah, just holding it in
Yeah,
there.
we were just talking. We had a beer next door before
Save
we
it
came
for
over
winter.
here. While you were wrapping up in here, and we were talking about now his pattern is Sitka.
Oh, Sitka is an outdoorsman brand specifically for like marsh hunters or
What
whatever.
did it used to be though? The one he had on his truck. He had
There
a
was like
custom
there was
camouflage
Aussie,
trim
there was
on his
mossy
truck.
oak.
I don't think it was mossy,
Mossy
oak.
oak was a big one. There was another one. Now, big ones right now. I think Dive Bomb is one of them, which is like it looks like a duck, but it also kind of looks like a bomb getting dropped out of a plane. And then there's Sitka, and Sitka is this hunter's attire brand that is so expensive. Like, why does this jacket cost $382?
That's too much.
Exactly. And I'm like, hey, maybe it's really high quality shit, you know? Maybe it's just that stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's like, you know, how some people will buy a blank white t-shirt that for some reason costs $300. Who fucking knows? Maybe it's branding. Maybe it was good marketing.
I mean, there's a lot of camouflage.
Maybe
guys.
it's Maybelline. I don't know.
True Timber is one, but I think that's a
Sure.
deer. That's a deer thing.
Yeah, he wasn't a deer person.
Usually, if it has like the
Never been a
like
deer
that's
person.
usually a deer thing. I think it's fascinating, but it's very much cultural. Like it's like a flag of like a thing, like a like how might other people do that? Like Carhartt is kind of like that. It's kind of a signal.
No, because Carhartt fell off because they were big on people getting vaccinations. So a lot of people abandoned Carhartt. And then the people that wore Carhartt in the more like, you know, liberal community were even more inspired to buy Carhartt. I'm wearing Carhartt right now. And I think they make good work clothes. Fine, great, dandy. But you see them less today than you did 5 years ago because of COVID and the response to on a professional level.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was this whole thing. People were like burning their Carhartt coats in their yards because they wanted their employees to wear masks and get vaccinated. And I was like, yeah.
Okay.
It's a big company and like,
Yeah.
but that's when people were associating, you know, pandemic response with politics, which
Yeah.
they still do. And that's a big thing there. But Carhartt like lost some stock because there's a demographic that decided to ban them effectively because they decided to have their employees get vaccinated to return to work and wear masks. That happened. And it's almost 2025. So like now it's like, I don't know, who the fuck cares? But that did happen.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
dog.
as to, you know, why it became trendy on the left side.
Oh, it was trendy
So
on the left
fast.
side before
I mean,
COVID.
yeah, classic. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you
But-
know, the beanies. The beanies were big.
Yeah.
Oh, Sitka is the expensive shit.
I told you.
Oh, that's nice. Optifade. Concealment Elevated 2 Incinerator Aerolite Jacket for Men.
I saw.
I gotta have that.
You know how you get like those dumb novelty ads for attire on like Instagram and stuff all the time?
Ooh, they do a Beretta.
Constantly. One that I saw that I really like is it just kind of looks like a camo sweatshirt, but there's Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder kind of hiding a little bit in the background. And it's like, ooh,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't know if I want to spend $32 on this, but
Yeah, that's a lot.
But if it was $22, maybe,
Yeah.
you know,
Optifade.
with free shipping.
Ooh, downpour.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about, or are we just going to go through?
No. I'm sorry. I was just shopping for camouflage.
Well, so we went through this whole conversation about like, hey, what was your dinner at home like with your family?
Because I'm
growing
just
up? And
trying
then we
to
just
imagine.
went into camo wear talk.
Because I'm at this stage in my life, where I'm trying to, plan for how I want to perform as a parent.
Probably don't be farting at the dinner table while your wife pops your back knee.
My wife has never popped my back knee. I don't have a back knee problem,
Yeah, we don't really have skin problems
I
other than your psoriasis thing.
and I'm on the demon chemicals.
Sky
now,
Rizzy.
and I'm healed.
Did you know that I thought Sky Rizzy was fake until I started hearing radio ads for it?
He thought I would just made it up.
Oh no, because
It sounds like something you
it's
would
like,
make
Jake,
up
your
for
skin
sure.
looks so good. What's going on? He's like, oh, I'm on that Sky Rizzy, and it's
thought it
like,
was like a
okay,
nickname.
so
For
you clearly,
shizzle.
yeah. So what's it actually called? He's like, no, it's Sky
It's called
Rizzy.
Sky Skittles, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sky
You're
Rizzy.
making that shit. It's called Sky Rizzy.
You know that.
Yeah,
Sky
it's
Rizzoline.
clearing up. Oh, that's Sky Rizzy. He'll do that, and it's like, okay, so that's fake. Whatever it is, that's not the
That's
name of
not
it.
the Latin term.
And now you hear it. I'll be on like 103.3 listening to the oldies, which now is the 80s and 90s, and that feels weird to me.
Yeah, I'll
and then
kill
you'll
somebody.
randomly get a Sky Rizzy commercial, and you're like, that's who called it that?
How's it spelled?
SKYRIZI.
That's what I was picturing.
Mm-hmm.
Sky Rizzy.
Sky Rizzy.
Oh.
Sky Rizzy.
Not a sponsor yet.
Oh, it make your skin look good.
Look.
Sorry.
Look. I'm doing a bikini calendar for everybody for Christmas.
You got one on your belly?
Not anymore.
Look at that. It's not there anymore.
I'm
You see
healed.
where it was, but it's not there anymore.
Let me suck it in. Let me suck it in.
Look at that. One of his belly buttons gone.
Gone. Healed.
Crazy. I
By
can't
the
wait.
demons.
I can't
Praise
wait to see your
Jesus.
calves. I can't wait to see his calves.
Healed by the demons.
That's exciting.
Clay, what's your favorite thing you've seen on patreon.com/JacobV lately?
That one that you did with the thing in the park.
Yeah. That video is out to the public now. That's the new
The No
No
Antics
Antics
video?
music video for My
My
Grave.
favorite thing about the new No Antics music video, My Grave,
Yeah.
is how bad he is at faking beating up somebody on camera.
I didn't want to hurt him.
Have you seen the video?
No.
Everyone look it up. My Grave by No Antics. Look up the video and try to watch Jacob V beating up a stranger stealing things from people in a trench coat because he doesn't know how to hit people.
Everybody
period.
else was making it look really good. I didn't wanna
Everyone's
get in
like,
the way.
everyone in the video is like, like swinging on him, and then Jake's
And I'm
like, no, like just doing this. Big hands up in the air, jazz hands.
That's how he dances.
It is how he dances. He actually looked like he was dancing more than fighting.
It was
Yeah.
a dance fight.
He's
it
a
was
dancer, not a
Brazilian
fighter.
dance fighting. I'm a dancer, not a fighter.
I galloped up to a wooden glen.
God damn it! How quick can we get a batch of hoodies done? If we did a batch of, I'm a dancer,
I want
not
your
a fighter.
silhouette. I want your silhouette like up. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, or that one of me from the side on Cherokee with my gut hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could sell just a lot of merch of just you. Oh man, like back when you were drinking, and I would just find you on Del Mar in the Loop.
We need to
outside
draw
of
this.
outside of like he already got kicked out of Blueberry Hill, and his shirt was off, and he's just like standing outside of a closed Sunshine Daydream, and he's just like head up, hair back, no shirt.
Head
2
up,
in the morning.
hair back, no,
No
shirt.
shirt. Nutbush city limits. 25 was the speed limit. Motorcycle not allowed in it.
Nutbush city limit. What is that?
That's Tina Turner.
Oh, I love that.
Oh no, it's the best.
Next on Jacob V Weekly, Christmas. JacobV.com, patreon.com/JacobV. We'll be right back.
Are we wrapping up?
We're gonna take a break.
Yeah. That's how you end the episode?